Hello, I'm the Gmail Dolphin here, and today we're doing code in C Sharp. The basics today is if statements and methods, just what you need to know to start coding. Because I see this is trending lately, and I just wanted to share my knowledge. So first we're going to add a button because we want some kind of user input to be able to validate our code with. Might as well make it look alright. And let's name this input with the capital I. And we're going to take that and put it in there. And double click on it to get it inside the code. So then, now we're going to have a text box. Nope, not runtime text box. We're going to have a label that says nothing. And we'll move this all in. Maybe a little less compact than that. Now we have input and nothing. So just change to a tutorial. So save the project here while you can. So now first we're going to make the method we're going to use. So when this button clicks, we want it to trigger a method, a conditional method. So you always need to start with that. If, you use parentheses. Now here you can do a couple things. First you just need to have one condition. So if, and what was the name of that? Let's change this to output name of the label. Now, if output.text equals, you always use equals because that's a sign of it's checking for something, not making something equal to something. Use a single equal sign for variables. If it equals nothing, then we'll run this code right here. But there is no code in there right now. And then we'll have an else statement, which you always need to use because, well, they're very useful. You always need to use it just to make your code run nicer, and it's always helpful to have another statement in case something does not go right. Alright, so, and in this context, we need one to clean up the code. So if the output.text equals nothing, then we're going to go to a method private void, which it basically means that I can't access this method throughout another file, and there's also no output. So you input, but there's no output. So private void, and let's name this change output. And you always need to have those two parentheses right there. Now, sometimes you would also put arguments inside here. And also, if you wanted to make this a available for output, so this would output when I called it, then you would just change that to int or string or something similar. But here we're going to use void. So change output, and then output dot text equals changed. You always need to use quotations, and you always need to use your semicolon. And this means that the output.text equals change. So now when I click the button, not yet actually, but when I now when I click that button, it's going to change the output to changed. But another method, and this one is going to be called revert output. This one's also going to be a private void, and that means output dot text equals verted. Okay. So now this code should run in a second here if I put that into the else statement. So, alright, so let's go through this code real quick. So when I click the button, it will go and say, it'll ask, does the output.text equal nothing? The word nothing. And then if it does, it goes to the method change output. Now, if it does not equal nothing, then it goes to the method revert output, which then the output.text equals reverted. Alright, so let's save all and start debugging. Tutorial. So I'm going to press this, changed. I'm going to press that again, reverted. But what if I wanted to go back to nothing? Well, then you'd have to use an operator. And the specific operator is this one. This one is called the conditional OR. And it means that if the output text equals nothing or this, or another set of arguments. So now, this means that that if the output.text equals nothing or it equals reverted, then it'll do this. Otherwise, it'll do this. It's a high-level programming language. It's very easy to read. So here we go. Let's try this again. Nothing, changed, reverted, changed, reverted, changed, reverted, changed, reverted. Simple as that.